Hey friends. So what I've been doing is giving you like a baseline through math and science for what I'll do like when I talk about how we've been manipulated. And also like we have great manifestation powers. We work with the universe, with God to create. We are co-creators and our physical bodies are actually designed for it. So if you're going to manipulate millions and billions of people, you have to do it a little bit at a time, very conniving, and you have to be able to blame shift so that people logically can say, oh yeah, that's why they did X, Y, and Z. And then if anyone disputes it, you can say it's conspiracy theory. Okay, now we're going to Quentin Tarantino this, and then I'll come back to this point. Okay, so let's talk about something deeper than what we usually see. What if reality isn't as solid as it feels? What if it's actually built on energy, frequency, and vibration? Nikola Tesla once said that if you want to understand the universe, you should think in terms of energy, frequency, and vibration. And when you really sit with that, it changes everything. Every single thing that exists, stars in the sky, your thoughts, your emotions, even your physical body, is energy moving at different frequencies. What we call solid is just energy vibrating solely enough for our senses to recognize it. Sound, light, love, fear, thoughts, it's all vibration, different speeds, different expressions, same underlying force. And here's where it gets really interesting. The universe doesn't communicate with words like we do. It operates through patterns, through frequency, and those patterns follow mathematical laws. Take music, for example. An octave doubles perfectly, 110 hertz, 220 hertz, 440 hertz, 880 hertz. It's structured, predictable, mathematical. When you look closer, a lot of these frequencies connect back to repeating number patterns like 3, 6, and 9, numbers that Tesla believed were keys to understanding reality itself. Now let's go even deeper. There are what people call healing frequencies, sometimes referred to as the solfeggio tones. These were used historically in chants and spiritual practices. Frequencies like 396 hertz is for releasing fear, 417 hertz, encouraging change, 528 hertz, transformation and restoration, 639 hertz, connection and relationships, 741 hertz, intuition, 852 hertz, spiritual awareness. When you reduce these numbers down to their digital roots, they follow repeating patterns, again pointing back to 3, 6, and 9. Now, 528 hertz stands out in a major way. Some researchers call it the love frequency. It sits right in the center of the visible color spectrum, around that green-yellow range we see all throughout nature. Plants during photosynthesis operate in harmony with this range. And interestingly enough, the human heart, when it's in a balanced and healthy state, resonates in a very similar frequency range. So when people talk about being in alignment or operating from a place of love, that may not just be emotional, it could be energetic. As above, so below. That ancient idea starts to make more sense when you look at it through frequency. The patterns in the universe and the patterns within us mirror each other. But here's where things take a turn. In 1939, there was a shift in how music was standardized. We pushed for music to be tuned to 440 hertz as a global standard. Before that, many systems tuned closer to 432 hertz. The military did psychological studies on 440 hertz in the 1930s, and it was believed to have psychological effects like increasing tension and agitation a little bit at a time in our nervous systems, or emotional unease in large populations. And it raises question, if frequency affects us, what happens when the baseline we're surrounded by changes? Because music isn't just entertainment, it's vibration entering your body, your mind, and your nervous system. So whether intentional or not, we now live in a world where most sound is tuned to a different standard than the natural tune that follows the 3, 6, and 9 vibration. And that takes our bodies out of alignment so that we're not able to communicate with source, and it takes away our psychic abilities and our ability to manifest. Here's the empowering part. You're not cut off from anything. Frequency still exists. Nature still operates the way it always has, and awareness gives you choice. You can explore different tunings, different sounds, different ways of thinking and feeling, because this cosmic symphony isn't just outside of you, it's within you too. Your body, your mind, even down to your DNA, it all operates on patterns, rhythms, and energy. The real question becomes, what are you choosing to tune yourself to? Because we can tune instruments back to love, the frequency of love. They don't have to stay on the distorted frequency. So don't listen to music that is at 440 hertz. Listen to music that is harmonic to 432 hertz or 528 hertz, things like that. And then you're going to be little by little putting yourself back into alignment. That's just one thing that they did to us to take us out of alignment. There are many more, and I'll get into those as well. Okay, high five your friend, and let's wake up and bring in the golden era, because the age of distortion has really been an energetic shit show. Okay.